This is ABC7 Los Angeles. Now, Harold Green, Laura Diaz, Dallas Raines, and Bill Weir with Eyewitness News at 11.
A boxing champ on the legal ropes. Tonight, an Eyewitness News exclusive, Oscar de la Hoya is being sued for the statutory rape of a girl who claims it happened when she was just 15 years old. Good evening. I'm Laura Diaz.
I'm Harold Green. Here's the very latest at 11. This Eyewitness News exclusive tonight. A famous and popular Los Angeles athlete is in trouble tonight, serious trouble. Eyewitness News has learned that boxing champion Oscar de la Hoya is being sued by a young woman known only as Jane Doe. She claims that De La Hoya forced her to have sex when she was just 15 years old in Cabo San Lucas. According to the complaint, which was filed late today in San Bernardino Superior Court in the city of Big Bear, where De La Hoya lives and trains, in June of 1996, Jane Doe claims she was held against her will and raped by De La Hoya in his room in Cabo. The 5-page suit alleges the plaintiff was the subject of false imprisonment, sexual battery, and assault. Her attorney, Lisa Mackey, spoke with me exclusively tonight.
My client has suffered severe psychological injury since this incident, which has affected her greatly, both emotionally and physically.
Ms. Mackey, why did your client wait almost 3 years to file this lawsuit?
This occurred in June of 1996. At that time, my client was 15 years old. She was terrified, and due basically to her psychological injury, we decided to wait to file the case when she turned 18.
De La Hoya certainly isn't the only famous athlete to be the target of legal action by women making similar charges. The most infamous, of course, Mike Tyson, tried and convicted of raping a young woman. But other high-profile athletes have successfully fought the charges and been exonerated. Dallas Cowboys wide receiver Michael Irvin had charges against him exonerated. In the De La Hoya case, his attorney, Martin Castillo, told me tonight the charges are false and they're looking forward to litigating the matter in court. They say they believe the charges are financially motivated. The plaintiff is asking for a lot of money.
She's asking for $10 million.
Jane Doe isn't American. She was on vacation in Cabo. Mackey told me tonight her client, now 18, is ready for that lawsuit.
And it is one of the deadliest fires in the city's history. 12 people lost their lives, and now police believe they know who set that tragic blaze. Eyewitness News reporter Carlos Granda has the details.
From the beginning, authorities believe this fire was intentionally set. Now they have 2 people under arrest they say are responsible. Flames raced through this apartment building on that tragic morning, Monday, May 3rd, 1993. The building was gutted by the blaze, thick black smoke everywhere. It was that smoke that killed 12 people, mostly children who were trapped inside. A horrible sight for even the most hardened firefighters.
Firefighting's tough for the guys anyway. You can find the fire, it's tougher, and then you start throwing families in there, it's real tough.
All of the residents in this building now moved in after the fire. They don't know what happened here, but a lot of people in this neighborhood still remember.
I jumped from the third.
The 3rd floor?
Yes.
And then what happened?
Then my little brother jumps.
Laura Herrera lost 2 of her friends in the fire, and her mother says it took years for her to get over it.
You know, we saw people dying, burned, little kids.
Officials say the 2 people arrested each faced 12 counts of first-degree murder. They were 17 at the time of the incident, and because of that, if convicted, they would not be eligible for the death penalty. I'm Carlos Granda, ABC7 Eyewitness News.
Just 2 days before the busiest shopping day of the year, a fire broke out at a Macy store in Burbank. Firefighters managed to put the fire out in about 20 minutes. Smoke and water damage may keep that department store closed for several days. Burbank fire officials say shoppers and 100 employees were evacuated from the store. One person was treated at the scene for smoke inhalation. No word on how that fire started.
And 9-year-old Matthew Checky was buried today at about the same time his confessed killer appeared in court. The funeral was in a small Northern California town where his parents moved to get away from crime. Checky was stabbed in a campsite restroom in Oceanside. 19-year-old Brandon Wilson confessed to that murder. Today, a San Diego judge ordered 2 weeks of psychological testing to determine Wilson's competency. Afterwards, Wilson's uncle expressed his condolences to the Checky family.
More information is coming to light tonight in the hostage drama in Costa Mesa that ended in the death of a gunman. The former hostage spoke out today, and our colleague Mark Brown joins us in studio with that story tonight. Mark?
Well, Harold and Laura, it was initially believed Michael Generakos was upset about the way his deaf son was being educated, but the former hostages say he was on a suicide mission. Throughout their 3-hour ordeal, they hoped his death wish wouldn't include them.
He showed his gun and had what appeared to be like a boombox size item, and came into my office and turned around to the secretaries and said, "You better call somebody."
That's how it began when 45-year-old Michael Generakos took over the office of the Orange County Department of Education, taking 2 officials hostage. While police gathered outside, both Lynn Hartline and John Nelson realized they'd seen Generakos before, complaining loudly at school board meetings about the district's treatment of his hearing-impaired son. Soon it became clear this time his motive was different.
I've lost my children, I have nothing left, and we tried to convince him that even though he lost custody of his children, he still was the father, and we tried everything possible to prevent
We
what
talked
happened.
our hearts out to try to prevent what occurred.
He did let Hartline go, but a hostage negotiator's continuing attempts to get Generakos to release the other hostage and put down his gun went nowhere.
I think he realized he was softening, and therefore he ended it. I mean, he said, "No more talking, John, it's time to go downstairs." And he was holding onto my belt buckle, and so he was kind of guiding me around. When the shot rang out, it was so loud, although it came from over 100 yards away. I thought maybe it was his gun going off because it was so loud in my ear. The reality of it is, I think it came out the way he planned.
Well, there's a new clinical term for what happened yesterday. It's called suicide by cop. USC researchers have been studying deputy-involved shootings in Los Angeles County for the last 10 years, and they have found that 10% of fatal shootings were provoked by suicidal people. I'm Mark Brown. Back to you, Laura.
Mark, thank you. Across the country, a young boy suffers a horrifying death. He's dragged out to sea by a shark off the coast of Florida. 9-year-old James Tellisman was with his family at Vero Beach Saturday. He was just 40 yards from shore when he was attacked. The boy's stepfather heard his frantic cries. He called to the boy, but suddenly James was gone.
I do my best to save him, I come so close.
The boy's body washed up on shore Sunday. Medical examiners have not identified the type of shark that killed the boy, only that it was very large. This is the first fatal shark attack in Florida in a decade. Some Southern California counties have unwanted visitors. South American fire ants found here have scientists worried. The red ants are causing millions of dollars in damage in other states, and scientists want to stop the infestation in California before it gets that bad. But so far, they're finding the ants in a much larger area than they expected. The insect's bite is painful and it can be dangerous. They've been spotted in Trabuco Canyon, El Monte, and Indio.
A sensational view this morning in Long Beach. We showed it to you live from Air 7 this morning. This building at the Long Beach Naval Shipyard came tumbling down, dazzling flashes of light, smoke, and then there it goes. The building was imploded to make room for a new shipping terminal in Long Beach Harbor. The whole thing took just a couple of minutes.
We're not done yet. Right after this break, we have an exclusive interview with Jimmy Smits, who tells us why he needed a real priest after his final episode of NYPD Blue.
Our Eyewitness Extra tells us about a scam that could add hundreds of dollars to your phone bill.
I'm Dallas Raines. Big storm headed for California. I'll have your travel forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
And I'm Bill Weir. Coming up in sports, Jimmy Smits' emotional goodbye. Oh, wait a minute. That already happened. So I guess I'll tell you about Randy Johnson and a little college basketball for you, including a Trojan Dunk Fest that may indeed change your life. Later.
Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, an exclusive performance of their brand new duet, Next Oprah.
Tomorrow at 3, only on ABC-7.
Imagine TV.
How are area families celebrating the holiday? Let's go live to your Mercury dealer.
It's Happy Thanksgiving Days at your Mercury dealer. Get a hot new Cougar or rugged Mountaineer and get away with your first month's payment. And that's gravy on top of special lease rates on Cougar and incredibly low APR financing on Mountaineer. It's an 11-day feast with all the trimmings if you get to your Mercury dealer by December 1st.
Now back to the sale at your Mercury dealer. Already in progress.
Imagine yourself in a Mercury.
The ABCs of HDTV. Behind the scenes, Panasonic and ABC are working together to bring you TV for the new millennium. High-definition television. You'll experience a digital world of unprecedented detail. The most captivating colors ever. And the bone-jarring impact of CD-quality surround sound. Stay tuned for more ABCs of HD TV. From Panasonic, just slightly ahead of our time.
ABC-7 Eyewitness News, brought to you in part by Target.
The new toys are here.
New toys? Where are we gonna put new toys? Hello. Let me show you around.
Oh, look at all this stuff. It's getting crowded. Oh, just what I need. More competition.
Hey, kid.
There's always room for toys from Target.
Heather Locklear and Big Bad Voodoo Daddy live from L.A.
A powerful episode of NYPD Blue ended tonight in death. Bobby Simone, the character played by Jimmy Smits, exited the show with viewers in tears.
Well, tonight, Jimmy's behind-the-scenes stories about his dramatic departure. Here's entertainment guru George Pinocchio. You needed a few Kleenexes tonight.
I'll say this one got me going, I know. Hey, Jimmy Smits says he learned a lot during his final episodes on NYPD Blue. Bobby Simone needed a heart. Jimmy Smits is an organ donor. Bobby Simone was loved. Jimmy Smits still is.
The whole world has fallen in love with Jimmy Smits and Bobby Simone's character, and we're all going to be saddened that we won't be seeing him every Tuesday night.
I'll be with you always in my heart.
The way Bobby Simone would leave NYPD Blue had been rumored but never confirmed, and there was always that hope that he might somehow pull through.
The cast didn't really know what was going to happen, how it was going to happen.
And Jimmy kept a lid on it, but on that last day, in those last moments, it was difficult knowing he was saying goodbye.
It was very emotional. That night was very emotional. That whole day was... It had some nice moments.
One of those moments came not on the set, but at Jimmy's goodbye lunch. It was probably as tear-filled as the drama on screen.
The crew unveiled this 1955 jukebox, which was in pristine condition that was Dennis's goodbye gift.
And before Jimmy said goodbye to the place he once called home, he remembered something. On the day he started, there was a nice letter from David Caruso, the guy he replaced. So...
And I just thought that my last night on the set, when I packed up the trailer, I said, let me write Rick something, and, you know, if that can be inspirational in any kind of way, he'll be fine.
A real priest performed the last rites on Bobby Simone, so when the scene ended, Jimmy Smits jumped up and had the guy bless him. He didn't want that karma hanging over him, and I can't say I blame him. So it was really
some kind
a
of
good
television
episode.
tonight.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, it was. I think Rick Schroeder's going to be good. We'll talk to him next Tuesday night.
Can't see it. I'm going to watch it. It's going to take a while.
What a great ensemble cast that's been. Thank you, George. When we continue right here, we'll get the book on Cher as her fans turn out in droves tonight.
And Bill Weir has the story of a man who hopes he has a stroke of good luck as he tries to make a $1 million putt.
Tomorrow at 5, it could involve a chase or a standoff, but now Southland police officers face a new menace, suspects who want to be killed. See how the desperate arrange a suicide by cops. Tomorrow at 5 on ABC-7 Eyewitness News.
Var rädd om dig nu, Sven-Åke.
It's no wonder that children like this grew up to build a car like this. The new Volvo S80. Protect the body. Ignite the soul.
Here's something extra for you from Macy's. Check your newspaper Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for extra savings coupons you can use at Macy's pre-Thanksgiving sale. This Tuesday and Wednesday only. Use your coupons and save even more on items already reduced 20 to 50%. Save an extra 15% on things like these. Almost everywhere in the store. Save an extra 10% on things like these. Almost everywhere in the store. Tuesday and Wednesday only at Macy's.
When I was little, my mom would say, I love you this much. She also worried this much.
Now with OnStar, I'm better.
Remember when you drove my car to California?
And it was stolen.
OnStar called me automatically. An advisor tracked my car and called the police. I never even worried.
Mm-hmm.
Now I only worry this much.
More like this much, this much.
Now, get the OnStar system and installation at no extra charge when you sign up for a year of service. Call 1-888-OnStar-7.
ABC7 Eyewitness News Weather, brought to you by Best Buy.
All the fun toys, guaranteed to bring out the kid in everyone at Best Buy. Now that's a great gift idea.
Dallas, a lot of folks heading over the hill to Grandma's house. Will they hit rain or what?
Well, there's going to be a big storm coming into California. Now, here in Southern California tomorrow, we should be fantastic. I've got a map that's going to show you everything from the desert all the way out to the mountains and the oceans. Looks good. However, this storm will have some punch to it, and when it comes through, it's going to bring rain and snow to the Sierra. So if you're headed up north, you want to take the chains and be ready. Right now, it's clear 52. Humidity is 80%. Wind is calm tonight. Today's high, a cool 68. We're going to be much warmer than that tomorrow. Thanksgiving Day is looking pretty good, too. All right, satellite view will show you the storm. It's a tremendous one. Look at the center of this cyclone right there, just spinning around. It's already generated tremendous swells that are coming in on the California coast tonight. We've got some 6, 8, 10-foot breakers, so a high surf advisory is in effect. Tomorrow, if you're traveling out to the desert, Las Vegas looks great at 70. Also in the deserts from Phoenix over to Palm Springs, beautiful day to travel. Moving north, though, you move into the weather around San Francisco by tomorrow night and into Thursday. It's going to be raining, and this storm system is going to have a good punch to it. So by Thanksgiving Day, we'll be looking at lots of clouds coming in very close to Los Angeles, and then it looks like now that by Friday night, some of that energy will make it down into Southern California, giving us a chance of showers and maybe a little bit of snow in the local mountains. There's that Thursday map. Look how the rain has moved down the coast with snow in the mountains of the Sierra Nevada, so be ready for that. Tonight's temperatures will drop into the 40s for the most part. Early tomorrow morning, we'll start out in the high desert at 32, Big Bear at about 25, down on the coast in the 50s. Tomorrow it looks great, though. Lots of sunshine, beautiful afternoon, temperatures warming into the 70s. Palm Springs 82, headed to the local mountains. Again, great driving conditions tomorrow, but look out for Saturday and early Sunday, because on the 5-day forecast, after a couple of beautiful days, including Thanksgiving, by Friday night, we'll have a chance of showers into Saturday and maybe some snow as low as perhaps about 7,000 feet on Saturday morning. This will be a quick hitter, though, and move through the area pretty quickly and then out of here by Sunday. So again, traveling around California is going to be kind of dicey, because it looks like that storm on Thanksgiving Day is going to be a big one.
Get an early start if you're going to Grandma's house.
That's it.
And watch out for the 3 bears.
Take those chains.
Keep your eye out, though, for the big unit. He may be coming into town.
Yeah, if you see Randy over at Grandma's, put in a good word for the Dodgers or the Angels, wherever you lie. Randy Johnson, he's the tallest player in Major League history. He once threw a perfect game at Livermore High School, and he enjoys photography. But what the bio doesn't tell you is he's about to be one rich mama jamma, so much so, teams are dropping out of the bidding after Texas upped the ante to 4 years, $50 million guarantee. The Astros folded today, but still in the mix, Anaheim, LA, and Arizona, also possibly San Diego. Now, his former team wanted him back, but they lack those whole shovels full of hundreds needed to bid.
We put an incredible offer on the table, especially for our franchise, unprecedented in the history of this franchise, and it wasn't good enough. The ante keeps going up, and we just weren't able to keep playing.
Well, Joe DiMaggio is not gravely ill. This, according to his lawyer and family spokesman. This is in response to reports out of New York and Miami, which say the Yankee legend suffered a heart attack last week and is battling lung cancer. DiMaggio has vigorously defended his image through the years, and his spokesman says the Yankee Clipper will celebrate his 84th birthday tomorrow with family and friends. Meanwhile, the always entertaining George Steinbrenner apparently still thinking about selling a chunk of the Yankees. A source says he would like to work it, so Cablevision buys 70% of the team, but he still retains control. God bless America. College hoops and Trojans have had trouble with Long Beach State the past couple years, but tonight the Niners couldn't have played worse if they ran the court in snowshoes, and that provided plenty of good Jeff Trepanier highlights. Jeff Trepanier, that's worth another look right there. Man. Now the Trojans looked awfully good against UNLV, and that's Jeff Trepanier with a block shot. Hey, there's Jeff Trepanier with another block shot at the other end. My Lord, how about one more? That's Jeff Trepanier, 74-48. Thank you, Jeff, for those highlights. Mighty Pepperdine Waves also working on a flawless start tonight against Wichita State. Jelani Gardner, the pull-up J, he had 10 points. A lot of turnovers for the Shockers, a lot of missed shots. That's Nick Shepard taking care of the ball. The Dine now 5-0 for the first time since the 70s. Students just keep getting younger. At the Maui Invitational, you would think a Type A poster child like Bob Knight would be the one to lose it, but look at Rick Majerus on the sidelines there, going berserk after a missed traveling call. You're supposed to go to Hawaii to relax. I haven't seen a big guy in a Hawaiian shirt get that angry since my dad smacked his head on the garage door. Indiana wins the game, 52-49. Finally tonight, sure they give you a nice shave, but those people at Gillette are hell on the blood pressure. They're the ones who put on those $1 million half-court shots, field goals, and now putts. Al Flowers of Virginia Beach won a drawing for a chance to sink a 10-footer for $1 million. LPGA star Jane Blaylock coaching him there. Now, if Al wins, it'll be especially sweet considering he recently lost his job after being struck in the eye and blinded by a golf ball.
The night before, the day, a couple days before, and just kind of get a sense of what feels good to you.
All right. Okay. What feels good to me makes the ball go like this. I don't know what kind of coaching that is, but good luck to him. $1 million shot.
Man, good luck to him is right.
Yeah.
Thanks, Bill. All right, still to come for us right here on Eyewitness News at 11, a new breast cream that promises a natural way to increase a woman's bust size.
And our Eyewitness Extra warns of a scam that could add hundreds of dollars to your phone bill. Stay with us.
During the recent campaign, we spoke to you from the heart about our hardships and our hopes, and the importance of keeping the Indian gaming we have on our own land. 88 tribes joined together to speak with one voice. Now, because you voted overwhelmingly to pass Proposition 5, we can continue our journey toward self-reliance. At this time of Thanksgiving, we offer special thanks from Indian tribes throughout California to all of you who stood with us and supported Proposition 5. Thank you.
Buy any DVD player now for as low as $2.99 at Best Buy and get 5 free DVD movies, plus 13 free DVD rentals from Hollywood Video.
At City of Hope, breakthroughs in breast cancer research are helping set standards for treatment worldwide. These treatments are safer, have fewer side effects, and are more effective. For instance, by combining high-dose chemotherapy with bone marrow transplantation, we have improved the likelihood of remission significantly. I believe that's great progress.
For a video on cancer breakthroughs, call City of Hope, where the power of knowledge saves lives.
Check your newspaper Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday for extra savings coupons you can use at Macy's pre-Thanksgiving sale this Tuesday and Wednesday only.
This ABC-7 Eyewitness News report is brought to you by your Southern California Dodge dealers.
Ah, the possibilities Dodge Caravan opens up. It's a cabin in the woods, complete with heated power recliners. It's your own private ski lodge, or your workshop for building one. It's your place in the sun, complete with guest room and breezeway. Dodge Caravan, the world's most popular home away from home. Now get up to $1,000 cash allowance on Dodge Caravan.
Some late developments in the Southland. A tragic hit and run tonight in Downey. It happened this evening at Stewart and Gray Roads. An 8-year-old boy was on his way home when he was hit. He was rushed to Martin Luther King Drew Medical Center. Police say the boy is in serious condition.
He's in an induced coma. He's on a respirator, and they're just hoping that he'll make it.
If you have any information about this tragic hit and run, please call the Downey Police Department.
And holiday blues for some low-income tenants in Venice. The housing project the tenants live in is being sold. Tonight, in a meeting to discuss their options, tenants told HUD officials that they are afraid the new owners will kick them out. The federal government subsidizes the rent at the Holiday Venice apartments, and the housing project is one of the few in West Los Angeles.
You open your phone bill one day and there are hundreds of dollars worth of calls to foreign countries. You don't remember making any calls overseas. Well, you may have without realizing it. In tonight's Eyewitness Extra, reporter Mark Coogan tells you how your bill could be part of an international phone scam.
You can come with me. Come on.
One day, Josephine Rigsby made a very expensive trip to the mailbox.
What I got was a letter from a company. I think the company was in California, stating that I owed $418 for some calls that had been made on my telephone.
You'd be shocked getting a bill for $418, but get this, Josephine doesn't even have long-distance service.
Well, what went through my mind was, how could this happen?
She's still not sure. She called the company and got a fast talker who didn't explain much.
They did tell me that they were overseas calls.
Somehow, Josephine had fallen victim to an international phone scam. One of the top complaints to reach Susan Grant's desk at the National Fraud Information Center.
What we're seeing is a shift from con artists using 900 numbers to going to international numbers to get money out of consumers for making those kinds of calls.
The scam preys on confusion over the explosion of new area codes.
It's very difficult now to tell what is a domestic area code and what's overseas.
Area code 809, for example. Is it in Texas, Utah, or the Dominican Republic?
809, Utah.
Texas, Dominican Republic.
That's right, you're calling the Dominican Republic with rates as high as $25 a minute.
And in these international phone scams, the crooks are making arrangements with the foreign phone companies to get a cut of the profit that they're making from the call.
So the crooks keep victims on the line as long as possible, and anyone can be tricked. Maybe you spot a classified ad promising a job or a free trip. Just call an area code you've never heard of, and chances are you'll be on hold for a long time. Then there's the emergency message trick. Could you resist this one?
Hi, I'm calling to let you know we've had an emergency here. It involves a family member of yours. Please call me right away at area code 809.
Overseas area codes could show up on your pager or on a fake bill that's emailed or faxed to you.
It's not a company that they recognize or a number that they recognize, but they panic and they call it.
The craftiest scam authorities investigated attacked computers. A website was able to program modems to silently call a Russian phone company and stay on the line until the computer was turned off. Once your call goes zipping around the globe, there's little that can be done. The Federal Trade Commission can't help unless someone broke the law while in this country.
As long as there's an American contact here, and there usually is, we can do something. We can take law enforcement action, and we have in a number of cases.
But in Josephine's case, the crooked company went bankrupt before she could get her money back. She learned how costly it can be these days to talk to strangers.
If you're not sure where you're calling, find out first.
This is Mark Coogan for Eyewitness Extra.
Still to come, Viagra is being investigated in a plane crash that killed an actor.
There are new warnings tonight about that popular impotence drug.
And can a new herbal cream give a woman bigger breasts? That story is still to come.
From processing stock trades in the financial world to selling hits in the music world, from sharing information in government operations to medical operations, from the manufacturing of products to the interaction of products, from tracking packages to tracking spending. At Sun, our technologies power the net for business. We're the dot in .com. What can we .com for you?
Being first means giving you a free Thanksgiving turkey the easy way. Shop at Ralph's just one time. Spend just $75 with your Ralph's Club card, and you'll go home with a tender, delicious free turkey today. And at Ralph's, you'll find the touches that make your holiday table shine. Things you won't find at other stores. From our handcrafted international classics breads to fresh flowers and festive desserts. Make your holiday the best from the one store that's first in Southern California.
Circuit City has all kinds of audio systems and the best brands, so it's easy to find one that fits your space and your budget. We can answer your questions, and you always get our low price guarantee.
Right now, all home, car, and portable audio is on sale at Circuit City. All 31-inch and larger TVs, VCRs,